first go Saturday grade. So, all right.
His favourites usually a bit sluggish through the first 200 or 300 metres, coup de tonnerre. So let's see what happens as we head upstairs to Josh.
Underway. Southern Stock in barrier 2 was away okay, but really heeled along early. Tappy's laid the inside. Guts and Glory the first couple. Taverstorm's up into third. Wider out Glen Massey going forward. Southern Stock is now fifth, and wider out there is Coup de Tonnerre. Getting a long way back is Redwood Shadow. Likewise like a Beal. And in 2-2's a length and a half away. So Glen Massey's in front now. Roll clear by 2.5, and second Taverstorm. Up into third now is Coup de Tonnerre. Fourth the outside Guts and Glory. Tappy's laid 50 inside. A length and a half Southern Stock, and they're trailed by Like a Beal. Second last over on the outside Redwood Shadow. Last of all, the insiders in 2-2. In front, Glen Massey by length and a half. Second, Taverstorm. Third, the outside, the race favourite, Coup de Tonnerre. And they're clear by 4 lengths from Tappy's Lad. Next, the outside, Guts and Glory. A length and a half, Southern Stock. Like a Bill, and they're clear from in 2-2, second last. And last of all is Redwood Shadow. Over on the outside and spots the speed about 8 or 9. So Glen Massey by 2. Second, Keen Taverstorm. Third, the outside, Coup de Tonnerre. And they're well clear by 4 lengths still from Tappy's Lad. Fourth, and fifth, the outside Guts and Glory. A length and a half Like a Bill has only got about 3 or 4 behind him. Southern Stock's over on the outside, and they're clear from second last as Redwood Shadow. In 2-2, the fences to last of all. So Glen Massey by about a length and a quarter as they swing down the side from Taverstorm. Handy over on the outside also as they swing down the side of the track is Coup de Tonnerre, and they're clear from Tappy's Lab, who's back fourth and fifth there as they swing down to the 600 metres marker. Just in behind those horses. Further back over on the outside, Guts and Glory going forward. Southern Stock out wider. A length and a half to creeping forward, Redwood Shadow. The inside second last is Like a Bill. Last of all in 2-2. Glen Massey's in front. Second, Taverstorm at the 300. The inside third, Tappy's Lab. Running home, Guts and Glory. Down the outside, Southern Stock. Coup de Tonnerre's gone. Plugging away as Redwood Shadow down the outside. But Glen Massey with 100 metres left to go is in front by a length and a half. Trying hard, Southern Stock late is Redwood Shadow, but Glen Massey has won again. Second, Redwood Shadow. Third might be Tappy's Lad weaving through. Close up, Southern Stock, Guts and Glory, Coup de Tonnerre, Like a Bill, Taverstorm, and in 2-2's pulled up at the tail.
There are the placings. Glen Massey, the winner. Redwood Shadow, Tappy's Lad, Southern Stock. Trained by Paul Duncan at the Sunny Coast. Carl Zeschner taking Glen Massey straight to the lead. He was a bit keen going out of the straight and into the back for the first time, and he's kept up a strong gallop. They were queuing up, coming after him at about the 300, but he was always holding them. You could see Redwood Shadow on the outside running on strongly. He had to come from last, but Glen Massey has been able to graduate to town today. Most of his racing's been at the Sunny Coast. He was good last start, winning over the 2200, and good again today. So good to see another middle distance horse here in southeast Queensland on the rise. He was dropping a lot in the weights, down to 52. So Carl took no prisoners there, took him to the lead, not for catching without any weight on his back. A little bit of a bumping duel coming around that top bend there, with Coup de Tonnerre being forced out a little bit by Taverstorm, but Cody Collis on Coup de Tonnerre wouldn't have it and kept Taverstorm in a pocket, but he was beaten coming towards the bend there, the favourite Coup de Tonnerre. But Bernie, you were onto him, Glen Massey. He could be a nice horse for the future.
I think he's a lovely horse for the future. He's obviously really lightly raced. And, he's got he's a little more inexperienced than everybody else. And, you could see in the yard that he's still got, even though he's 6, he's only having start number 16 today, but, he does need to learn to just chill it a little bit more in the yard. I was so glad when Carl Zeschner took him to the front, because you could see at the Sunshine Coast he's really quite a one-batting type horse that has great stamina. So looking for Paul. Here he is. Come over here, Paul. Let's have a chat, because one thing you are great at is training stayers. Well done.
I like the stayers.
Yeah, you love them, don't you?
Get a longer run out of them.
Yeah, you certainly do. This guy, he's very lightly raced for his age.
Yeah, that's right. He started off in New Zealand. He's just been a very, very immature horse. They trialled him over there in New Zealand and took him along very quietly. He's actually mainly trained on the farm.
Okay.
And then came over here and sort of, still had a bit to learn, and I've taken my time with him as well.
Yeah. To look at physically, he's got, a perfect sort of staying physique, doesn't he? You can see mentally he's still on his path, isn't he?
Oh, that's right, yeah. He's a massive horse, and he sort of, like, mentally, he sort of doesn't know how to control the rest of his body half the time, I think. Yeah. But he's certainly, he'd have no trouble going 2 miles, that's for sure.
Not at all. He would just go another lap at that speed. Was the plan to lead? I was glad when you led because I thought he looked a bit one pace last start.
Yeah, we're sort of wanting him to get right up on the speed for a while, but he's always been, pretty tardy away and just doesn't get going quick enough early. But I thought, with today with no speed in the race, that there was an opportunity for him to lead, yeah. Yeah,
just beautifully placed too with the 52 kilos today.
Yep, made use of the true weight.
Why not? And what plans do you have for him down the track?
Maybe, sort of there's that Queensland Cup in October, middle of October or something. So that'd be something to sort of perhaps aim at, yeah.
And is he one of those stayers you put many, many miles into, or is he one of those stayers that doesn't need a lot?
No, you got to put a bit into him, a fair bit into him. But then, you got to worry about the heat, obviously, up here. But no, I probably don't train as hard as what I did back in New Zealand with the stayers, but they seem to get themselves fit anyway, a bit of racing and whatnot.
Well, you're the master with the stayers. Well done. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, there he is, Paul Duncan. We'll have a chat now with the jockey, Carl Zechner. I think Carl might have ridden this horse. Was at least ridden him his last 5 starts, so he's very, very familiar with him. It was a gutsy win at the Sunshine Coast last start because they were coming at him left, right and centre. Well done, Carl. You got more of it your own way out in front here today. Beautifully rated, by the way.
Thank you very much. A lot easier today. Last start I sort of had to get him into the race, but today I still had to, the first half a furlong, just get his mind on the job, and he sort of got there a little bit easier today, and I just had to rate him in the back stretch, and
he looked very comfortable down the back straight.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful stride, he's a nice temperament horse, so he's easy to deal with, and I just thought maybe, just 600, I thought I'd just pick it up and get him into the bridle, and he just did everything right, everything I asked him to do. I just thought last start he was a bit weak late, and I thought it would happen today, and it didn't. He sort of bounced back a better horse today.
And he'll go another lap. Well done on the win.
Thank you.
Light turned on. Stand by, favourite drawn in, Climactic. Stand by. Racing. Climactic away fairly. Moulin Miss away brilliantly. Jumped in front from She Owls. Working forward shows a sign. Landing fourth is Mashani Storm. 50 inside Climactic. Wider out going forward is further back now is Warrior Head up into fourth and trapped out Carlisi. And Sheza Chiquitita's a length and a half away. So She Owls in front. Second shows a sign. Back to third Moulin Miss and fourth the outside Warrior Head. A length and a half Mashani Storm. Next the inside is the race favourite Climactic. A long way back is Sheza Chiquitita and likewise Carlisi over on the outside. She Owls in front. Second shows a sign at the 450. 2 lengths away. Third Moulin Miss. Fourth the outside easing out. Further back there is Warrior Head and just in behind those Climactic. Barging into the clear inside the 300. She Owls in front. Not much room. Moulin Miss on the inside. Shows the sign is gone. Running home down the outside is the favourite Climactic. But here now is Moulin Miss on the outside. She Owls grabbing the lead. Moulin Miss and she comes away, Moulin Miss. Moulin Miss by a length and a half. Second, She Owls in third, Climactic. Sheds at Chiquitita ran home well late. Warrior Head followed by Shows a Sign. Carlisi and Mashani Storms pulled up at the rear.
2 fillies fighting it out there. Moulin Miss too strong though, following her terrific win at Ipswich over the 800 metres last start. Similarly, really knuckled down late there, and ditto, she's done it again today. She handed up to She Owls. She broke faster than She Owls, and Ange took the trail on Moulin Miss. And She Owls was able to control things. She gave a really good kick but at only her second race start, she's just felt the pinch a little bit late, and Moulin Miss has been able to run away and score a comfortable win. Climactic, 3 back the fence there. He was under pressure a fair way from home, warming up late to pick up that 3rd spot. But, yeah, she's a nice filly, Moulin Miss, trained by Tony Gollan, ridden by Ange Jones. And this combination, trainer-jockey combination, is becoming lethal. Bernie, as we come to you.
Yeah, thanks, Maxie. They were all terrific, those first 3, weren't they? Obviously, Moulin Miss, rather, had the big spruik on her, didn't she, prior to her first start there at the Gold Coast, where she was beaten by Arabian Summer. And then she's since obviously won at Ipswich. So she's just doing a marvellous job. You mentioned, Maxie, how she jumped well. She did everything right. Ange Jones took a beautiful sit in behind the speed, and she did her best work late. So I'll just reach through this happy group of owners and I'll grab Craig Kavanagh. How are you, Craig? Well done on the win here.
Geez, I didn't recognise you, Bernie. You got younger on your holidays.
Stop it. You know all the right things to say. Moulin Miss had a good spruik on her early as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she's always shown something, Bernie. Her first start, she went to the Gold Coast on that real hard track. It was a good run. I went to Ipswich the other day and a half mile, got into a fair bit of trouble mid-race, but picked herself back up and won impressively. I've got to give Ange 11 out of 10 for that ride today. Just made him work that a little bit early, took the sit. I was a little bit worried when I saw sort of looking back to the inside, but once that other horse fell off and she saw daylight, this filly, she really let down and won well.
She did, and she's got a very, very bright future, because I think the first 3 across the line here are all smart in their own way.
Yes, it was a nice little 3-year-old race, actually, for the first one of the season. And, yeah, it was good to see a win.
Tony's in Melbourne?
Yeah, he's got the easy trip today. He's only got 1 horse. I got 13 here.
A busy day for you, Cav, but you'll cope. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, let's have a chat to the girl of the moment. She's in great form, our Angela Jones. And, Ange, that looked too easy for this girl here today.
It was, yeah. She's a lovely filly. She just has the attitude you want to have in a racehorse. She does everything right, and the win over the 800 just really did a lot for her, because she jumped today and she knew what she was there for. She was electric out of the gates, and then when I asked her to ease up in behind with cover, she really dropped it and relaxed nicely, and then when she saw that gap, she was really electric. So it's great to see her do that, and there's many more wins in store for her.
Yeah, and as I said to Cav, I mean, I think the first 3 over the line have all got great talent, so it was a nice, good measuring stick today.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely going to be a lot of form coming out of that.
Well done.
Thank you.
First meeting of the new season, Metro Wides here today as Lennox goes in and the light turned on. Favourite Brereton. All in for the third. They're racing. Martilli. Also, Bernie's Gold began well. Introducing's up into third. Fourth, the outside. Lennox out 4 and 5 wide. Looping 4. The favourite Brereton's up to fourth now. Drifting back Bernie's Gold. They're clear from Nana Guy, Ralphie. A length and 3/4. Further back to Miss Middle Park. And they're clear from Jayanthi. Last of all is Michelle over on the outside. So Lennox in front. Second, Martilli. Third and 3 wides introducing. Moving up into fourth is the race favourite Brereton. A length and a half to Burnish Gold. Next the inside Ralphie. Wider out Nana Guy. Jayanthi, Michelle, Miss Middle Park. But in front Lennox at the 350 by about 3 lengths now. Second Martilli. Third the inside Brereton. Next the outside there is further back is introducing Ralphie. No room. Down the outside Jayanthi. Nana Guy runs home as well. Lennox has gone. Claimed first of all by Brereton. In turn Jayanthi on the outside. Jayanthi, Brereton, Jayanthi. They hit the line and Brereton's fought back to win. Brereton from Jayanthi. Not sure third. Miss Middle Park, Michelle, Nana Guy, followed by Ralphie introducing Lennox, Martilli and Burnish Gold. He looked in some trouble.
It looked great if you're on Brereton until the home turn when it looked ordinary. And it was only when he stuck his head out the last couple of strides there that he's been able to repel Jayanthi, who loomed to win. The stablemate in second spot there, O'Day Hoisted runner. And just waiting for third there, photo. But Brereton has been able to get the money. By golly, they went quickly, didn't they? Lennox clearly wanted to lead. Matilli had gate one, was holding the aces because Kyle had gate one on Matilli, but Lennox still took Matilli on, and then introducing was forced 3 wide, and then Ryan Maloney was giggling on Brereton, but he had to lift. You can see at this point here, on the outside, Jayanthe probably put a nose in front for a stride, but getting right up on the rails at this point at the top of the straight, Brereton is coming around the heels now of Lennox, who is starting to tire, and he probably wants to shift out a little bit over the final stages here. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 horses. He's continuing to drift out, but he just gets there from Jay Anthony.
I don't know, I'm detecting a pattern here, Craig. Tony goes away, you bring home all the winners.
Oh, I don't think it's like that, Bernie. We've got a good team behind us, and the horses are coming to the races in very good order. And they're racing to the way they look, and it was good that we had the first 4 out of the 5 go over the line. And this little horse here come to us from Peter Moody's, and he come to us with a reputation. He doesn't like to win, but he...
Doesn't like to win?
Yeah, he doesn't like to win, but he's had 2 starts for us now. And he's won well on both occasions. That other horse got up beside him today and he said, I'm going to give you a race, and he stuck his head out and he's won well.
He certainly has, and as you say, the others all did really well, so enjoy the win. Ryan's right here, so quick question, nice for this guy, obviously a big weight today.
Yeah, I don't think really, he's certainly got the class to carry it. To be honest, I thought Boris had me, but to his credit, he picked himself off the canvas and stuck his head out and wanted to win, so... His track work certainly showed that he improved, and he brought it to the races. So it's
well done.
Thank you.
And the field will be right again. So light turned on. All in at the 1200. Good line. Racing, they've jumped as one. Castilian the inside. Going forward is the Inflictor in front. Second now is Trey Redoute. And third, the inside driving forward, Talk IT. Improving is Castilian. Drifting back now is Trey Redoute. Depth Charge got a check. And going forward is Atmosphere wider out. Likewise, Mintaka Lab. Daytona's drifted back. Third last on the inside. Further back is Rebel Shadow. Mashani Renegade's a length and a half away. The Inflictor's in front. Second now is Atmosphere. Third, the inside Talk IT. Going forward is Mintaka Lad, and they're close to being followed further back by Trey Redoute, a length and a half. Castilian on the inside. Further back is Depth Charge. Creeping forward, Rebel Shadow. Second last, the inside shuffle back, Daytona. Last of all, Mashani Renegade. 350 left to run. Atmosphere on the outside of the Inflictor. Mintaka Lad's been wide, driving up the inside, Talk IT, and further back to Castilian. Kicking strongly, the Inflictor's in front. Atmosphere can't win. Here comes Mintaka Lad. He's been wide. Grabbing the lead though, Mintaka Lad in front of wall chasing, but Mintaka Lad has one from Daytona, flashing home late. Close up Rebel Shadow. Castilian. The Inflictor got Swamp Blade. Atmosphere disappointing in the home straight. Talk IT followed by Mashani Renegade, Trey Redoute and Depth Charge at the rear.
So Mintaka Lad is back in the winner's circle. Trained by David Van Dyke, ridden by Michael Rodd, scores by about a length. Daytona running on, ridden more quietly today. And then Rebel Shadow and Castilian running well first up. Gee, Atmosphere. Dear, oh dear. But it's all honours with the winner there, Mintaka Laddie. He had that tough run over the 1600, but he's done well to bounce back with a good second to Mount Fuji when caught wide. And again today, he couldn't get on the track, but he cruised up and has put his stamp on the race inside the last 100 metres. Daytona Bay was slowly getting to him, but never likely to beat him, and he's done a really good job. Under the 60 kilos, Mintaka Lad, he boasts a pretty good record too, only 12 starts, 4 wins and 3 placings. So he's been able to overcome a poor draw again, which has pretty much been the story of his life, Bernie, but he's been able to sit wide and get the cash today.
That was a great effort, wasn't it, Mintaka Lad? It looked ugly from the start. We thought, oh, he needs a whole lot of luck. here today. He got none. Exactly as you said last start, Maxie. It was the same for him last start. But we'll say Michael Rod, he just stayed cool, calm, got this horse breathing nicely. And he had him on that, that nice, continuous, uninterrupted path, even with 60 kilos on his back. And he's been able to give a good kick. Look, he gave a great kick last start, but he was run down just on the line from memory, wasn't it? I think it was, Mount Fuji. So it was literally a nose in it last start. He's been able to turn that around and win here today. I can't find David Van Dyke, so perhaps he's not here today. So congratulations, David. You've done a marvellous job with this horse if he's not here. 4 beats 2, 7 and 11, 109.81 the time there. So always nice to break 110. We did expect that today, given that we went to a good 4 just before the first race. But he's putting together a nice little record, 12 or so starts. That's his 4th win. 60 kilos on his back here today, and he did it the toughest way. So I think plenty of merit in this win. We'll just have a quick word with Michael, seeing as David's not here, and then we'll head to Newcastle. But that was one cool, calm and collected ride. Sometimes you've just got to take the pill. You're 3 deep, you're 3 deep. But gosh, he kept him in a beautiful zone.
Yeah, I think I did. I learned a lesson from the way Damien Thornton rode him the other day, and he only just got done. He was 3 deep, but in a really good rhythm. He's a big, strong horse, and he's not a stop-start type sort of ride. So once I was travelling the way I was at the 600 there, I was able to just sort of roll down and roll into the hill, and geez, he gave a really good kick. He's a tough bugger. Like, off that you'd say I'll keep going up in distance, but he doesn't really like it. This is his distance, and maybe drawing out like that and just sort of dictating the way you can.
He enjoys that uninterrupted run, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's, like I said, he's a lovely big horse, and he's had a few excuses his last few. I mean, the other day was okay, but he did a good job. And just before I finish, Bernie, we've got all the ex-jockeys here today. So the QJA have brought all the boys here and girls, I think, and it's so good. I was just out there. So many familiar faces I haven't seen for years and years, and guys that have taught me a lot as well. So it was great to see them, and great to see that a fair few of them are doing well. There's some with some dodgy injuries, which you'd expect.
Yes, there's the odd dodgy knee and hip and those sorts of things, but overall everyone looked fantastic. It's a great feeling when we can all get together, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think I can make an announcement that Cyril Small's going to come back again, so I think...
Is this April Fool's, or are you serious?
Actually, he looks fantastic, so I know he's keen to maybe have another go, but I mean, what a tremendous horseman. There's not anyone really like him, and I know you've ridden against him, and he's still got it. He's sharp as anything, so who knows?
It is indeed. Well done.
Thank you.
You're to be right for race number 5. So Tack and I going forward, and the field is now right. Light blinking away. Stand by. Gates open in there racing, and the inside express payment began well. Likewise, the Heros heeled along, landing 3rd, Spill the Secret, 4th, the outside Poochek, and 5th, defence there is Dinah's Affair. Persevered the next one, Takanai. Wider out there, drifting back is Victory Win, followed by Columbaroo, a length and a half to Tannenberg. Second last, and Super Chilled has gone back to the tail. Express payments in front. Secondly, Heros on the outside. 3rd, Spill the Secret. Dinah's Affair, 4th and 5th, and going forward, Poochek passing Persevere. A length and a half to Victory Win. The inside, Columbaroo. 3 wide, Takanai. A long way back, Super Chilled, second last, and last of all, Tannenberg over on the outside. So express payment here by about a long neck, and secondly, Heros, and 3 lengths away, 3rd, Spill the Secret. 4th, the inside is further back, Dinah's Affair. Wider out going forward, Poochek. She's had no luck in running. Persevered the next one, Columbaroo the rail. Victory Win as they swing down the side. 600 metres left to run. Wider out, Takanai. Super Chilled second last. Last of all, Tannenberg. They've got about 450 left to run. Express payments in front. Secondly, Heros. A length and a half away third, Spill the Secret. Making ground, Diners Affair. Poochak struggling, improving Columbaroo the inside, right down the outside. Victory Win inside the 300. Express Payments in front. Diners Affair coming through. Spill the Secret runs home. Weaving through also Super Chilled, and down the outside Victory Win. Later's Tenenberg, but Super Chilled's grabbed the lead near the line, and Super Chilled was won by half length the Victory Win. Third Tenenberg, followed by Diners Affair, and then we had further back Spill the Secret, Persevere, trailed over by Express Payment, and then Columbaroo a long way back. Takanai Lahiros, and poor old Poochek will sleep well tonight. She's dropped out to finish at the rear.
Yeah, she couldn't get in. She was obliged to race wide all the way. Super Chilled coming from off the speed under Jimmy Orman to get up and score. Trained by Chris Waller. Victory Win was good again, running on. Tannenberg, another Waller runner. And then Diana's Affair sort of shunted into the clear, looking a live hope shortly after turning. And then they were coming from all over the place, but he's held down that fourth spot. Yeah, there were 6 of them across the track with 200 metres to go. Victory Win fleetingly put the nose in front, but towards the inside, Super Chilled has finished full of running. And number 12 has been able to score a very comfortable win at a mare by Churchill. It's only a third victory at start 25. She's only had the 2 starts since Chris Waller switched her to his Gold Coast base. Fourth to Cunnamulla Fella. That's a good form line, Bernie. And today, over the same course and distance, gets the cash.
Yeah, it was a lovely win by this little lady, and as you say, she just went back to last. Lovely ride, wasn't it, by our premier jockey in Jim Orman. And in true Chris Wallace style, just let it all unfold. Originally, original barrier, I think she came up with 17. Obviously, she came in a few, but yeah, a great finish on her. Brett Killian joins us on behalf of Chris Waller to have a chat. Super Chilled was super chilled in the run.
Yeah, welcome back, Bernadette.
Yeah, nice to be back.
It was. Plan was just to go back and just try and get a bit of luck in the straight, and James pulled her off.
Not easy to win from these bad barriers from that start, is it?
Not the mile start, but good thing is there's a lot of speed going in, so we actually got over within about 50 yards and we're where we wanted to be.
Is that going to be sort of a pet trip? Obviously, being by Churchill, we see her over further?
Look, 1800 probably sees her out, I think, and there's an 800 at Sunny Coast next week, which we'll give consideration to. But at the moment, that's probably a pet trip.
Post-carnival, everything calmed down for you?
Yeah. No, we've still got plenty of horses, so we're still busy.
Still very busy. Enjoy.
Thanks.
All right, Jimmy's right here, so just a quick word. Nice ride, well done.
Thanks, Benny. Yeah, it was good outside gate, but we just had to cut our losses and go back, I thought, and just sort of weave my way through, but it worked out quite good for me.
It's a great ride. Well done.
Thanks, Benny. Cheers.
On with the job. Light still blinking. Arch objects on the toe. Ita drawn out. Racing. The inside, this will be the one pinged away without Revenges going forward, and likewise Arts Object up into third out wider. Gold Deal 4 wide, even wider as Cocoa Brew Express looping forward, drifting back Lord Ardmore. With also Ida 3 wide around Sea Raider. Stuttering third last on the inside. The Cat's a long way back, and Navlis 2 is out 3 wide. So working in front, Cocoa Brew Express. Back to second is This Will Be the One. Third, the outside is Without Revenge. And they're clear by 3 or 4 from Arts Object. And next the outside going forward is Gold Deal. A length to Sea Raider. A length and a half to the Catch. And next the inside there is Lord Ardmore. Ita's out wider. Second last is Navlis 2. Last of all is Stuttering. So Cocoa Brew Express down the side led by 2. Second is Without Revenge, and third the inside. This will be the one. Sea Raider as they swing down the side, followed there by Gold Deal. A length and a half to Arts Object. The Catch Ita's out wider. A long way back, Lord Ardmore. Likewise, Navis 2 at the 500 metres marker. Back about second last, out wider on the track. And last of all, to the stuttering. So Cocoa Express inside the 350. In front, second is Without Revenge. And third, the outside is This'll Be the One. Driving through there, making good ground as Arts Object. Down the outside as the catch and weaving through, stuttering. The outside grabbing the leaders briefly. This'll Be the One, but driving through as Arts Object. Arts Object grabbing the lead late, and Arts Object is won by a neck. Second to This'll Be the One. Third, Cocoa Express. Stuttering fourth. Lord Ardmore Gold Deal, followed by the Cat Sea Raider. Navis 2 and Ita has pulled up at the rear.
There are the placings. 9 Arts Object, the winner, Kurt Goldman, written by CJ Graham, squeezing through there, and she is back. This will be the one, given every chance there by Taylor Marshall. Fought on well. Cocoa Brew Express led at a good solid gallop, holds down third, stuttering back in fourth placing, and then Gold Deal. Well, she is back. She was the star of the show on Tab Wave Day at the Gold Coast back in January, and sort of lost away a little bit, but Kirk found the perfect race for her today, a 1,600-metre open handicap out of carnival time, and she's been too good for them. This mare by Zoo Star, a bit of a tick-over trial on Monday at Bow Desert, had her absolutely bang spot on for today. Runner-up was good. He took the trail when Cocoa Brew Express wanted to lead. This will be the one, so he continues very good form. Of the rest of them, I think C. Raider was obliged to race a little bit wide, and not a lot to say about the Beaten Brigade. Without Revenge, really weakened out of it over the final part. He was up running second, but tired over the last 200. Bernie, number 9, Arts Object, back in the winner's circle today, taking the opening leg of the quaddie.
Yeah, hasn't she been just a fabulous mare for her connections? And Kurt doing a great job. She was glowing today, actually. She looked really beautiful. And she showed good determination, didn't she? She's a 5-year-old. That's her 5th win now from 23 starts. And, of course, Paul Joyce will be very, very happy. He's got a share in her as well, I believe. So Kurt's doing all the strapping as well. Well, you'll be able to splurge and get one next time.
Yeah, I might. Unfortunately, a strapper actually broke a finger or a hand yesterday, so I got the late call up.
Yeah, she looked to behave well.
She did. She's the deeper she gets into her prep, she obviously settles down quite a lot, and a trial Monday and a quick backup always seems to be a pretty good scenario, and it's similar to what I did in when she won the Wave in January.
So you know what works with her.
Yeah, you just got to keep on top of her. She can get just way too well within herself. And funnily enough, even CJ said to me there, she said, I'd love to just ride her exactly how Ange did in the Wave, and that's pretty much carbon copy of what she did. So there was a little bit of hustle bustle, at the 200, but once she got clear, she was never going to get beat.
So what's the plan now?
No, look, we pulled pin sort of halfway through the carnival because we just kept drawing bad gates, and we kicked off the preparation on heavy tracks. So she just wasn't quite up to that stakes level with things not going her way. So we just freshened her up, brought her back, and we were hoping to get the confidence at Grafton the other day. That didn't work, but obviously today, back in the winner's stall, it might just help, and we can just pick off our benchmark races and go from there.
Now, of course, you're based at the Gold Coast these days, but did you miss the Goulburn winter?
Definitely not.
All right, he's become a real Queenslander. Well done, Kurt Goldman. And Arts Object takes out race number 6. CJ Graham takes out another race, Arts Object, for Kurt Goldman. Well done. It was a beautiful ride.
Thank you. Yeah, that one means a lot. That one's my first Saturday one officially without the claim and officially being a senior. So it's always nice to tick that off pretty quickly. And it was great to do it for Kurt. He gave me a lot of opportunity when I was down in Sydney. So, no, it was unreal.
It's been just such an awesome year for you.
Oh, I just hope it keeps on going. It's the best thing I've ever done moving up here, and as I always say, I couldn't be more grateful for the support that I've had and the continued support. It's just been amazing.
Watching you transform over that 12 months was just fabulous, because when you first came, obviously you'd had a lot of injuries and you were just so desperate to stay in one piece. But as the year progressed, you became very chilled and relaxed, and the horses just flowed. Everything flowed for you.
Yeah, I guess it's been quite the journey, to say the least, that I've been on to get me to this point. But I truly believe, if I hadn't have been through all that, I wouldn't be the person or the rider I am today. So yeah, it's been unreal. I've still got a lot to learn, but it's just been fantastic.
Bravo, you're just fabulous.
Thanks, Bernie. Thanks.
Moved in and light blinking away. Broodnor the fave. Top two on the marker, both drawn in. Racing, Broodnor, Vodka Martini both began well, landing third, Glorious Ruby. Handy the outsiders going forward, Ubiquitous, as Glorious Ruby is now drifting back through the field. The inside Hardware Lane going forward as Economics out wider on the track. Getting a long way back the outside there is Kanazawa. Likewise, Hakai Maru, Boom Talk second last. Last of all is Northern Express. Vodka Martini in front of the 600 metres marker. Going forward is Economics in third as Ubiquitous, and fourth the outside Broodnor. Hardware Lane fifth on the fence, and they're clear from further back of the Situation Room. Kanazawa, Glorious Ruby at the 350. Vodka Martini in front, led the way, snuck away by a length and a half. Second Economics driving through the inside Hardware Lane. Down the outside Broodnor, further back to Ubiquitous, but Vodka Martini at the 100 metre marker, well clear. Over 2 lengths in front of us all. Vodka Martini. Vodka Martini's won brilliantly. Second to Hardware Lane. Boom Talk flashing home for third, close up with Situation Room, followed by Hakai Maru, Broodnor, Ubiquitous, Kanazawa, Northern Express. A long way back in the field there was Economics and Glorious Ruby.
So number 8, Vodka Martini, well backed, well and truly back there. Just have a look at the totes. Big prices when first markets went up. Kelly Sweeter didn't put a rider down until late, and he's been able to lead every step of the way. He was pressured a little bit. There are a couple that kept him out at Economics wide out on the track. So he didn't get it completely his own way, but with only 51 kilos on his back, he's just kept on running. I dare say, put some good time on the clock. Hardware Lane kept chasing hard, gets that second spot, and Boom Talk, way back in the field, he must have been 6-7 lengths off the lead. He's storming down the outside to get into third, and then ever-reliable Situation Room. Brudenell was there. I know he had a big weight, but he really battled over the last 200 metres, and it was all about Vodka Martini, Bernie, really giving them something to catch with no weight.
Yes, Vodka Martinis all round in the winner's bar is how it should be for Kelly Schweida and the big team of owners. Kelly's off on the big holiday shortly. Vodka Martinis up there. You'll be up the front of the plane, no doubt, Kel?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, we'll be now. No, it was good, Bernie, good effort. Feel a bit sorry for CJ, she normally rides it, but just got down beautifully in the weights. It's the first ride I've ever given that young lady, so she rides good, but 51 kilos, a bit hard to beat when the top weight's got 60-something, so.
Absolutely. When you knew that this was a great race for him, you come up with barrier 1, you want to really secure it by taking that 3 kilos.
Yeah, well, look, we were in 2 races. We drew 1 in one and 2 in the other, which is very unlikely for me, but this race mapped better when the acceptances were than the other race, but they ended up having a lot of scratchings. But it just mapped good. We were sweating on this young lady because she was supposed to ride one of Tony's, and it drew bad, and so we were lucky enough to get her with the 51 kilos, and she did everything right.
He's obviously got a great record, but it's nice to see him win an open handicap now. He's mixing it with the big boys and girls.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was disappointing the other day, but it was a weird track at Sunshine Coast. It was very gluey and he just wouldn't let go. But, look, I think he's run good time, home in good sectional, so that's just good to get him back to his old self.
And when are you off?
Friday.
Enjoy your holiday. Well done, Cal.
Thank you.
All right, a great win by Vodka Martini here, ridden, of course, by Emily Lang. And, Emily, that looked a pretty cruisy ride. You slipped home in 33.13. There was no catching you.
Yeah, you should have to give your riding fees back for that. But, no, he's a really nice horse. And obviously being back down in the weights today with 51 on his back, and he loves the fence, and he just had all things in his favour. And Kelly's done a great job getting him back to his best today, and he felt super.
I thought you had it reasonably easy the first couple of furlongs for 1,050 at Doomben.
Yeah, for sure. I was starting to think where they were, but I could feel them sort of 3 and 4 wide outside me, and he was just travelling so comfortably underneath me. As soon as I sort of asked him for an effort, he was off and gone.
Great ride. Well done.
Thanks, Bernie.
To boot. Here's Josh.
In position, the light turned on for the 8th. All in. Good line, racing at the 13.50. They've jumped as one, but drifting back the Waller pair. Waireri Falls in Atlantic Ocean. Too Hard to Refuse away well in front. Second, Sail of the Secret. Third is Rock Ribbed, and going forward is Badil Romance out 3 wide. Wider a Space Tracker under restraint, followed there by Ivan's Hero, and next along is Atlantic Ocean, and Waireri Falls about 2.5 lengths away. So Too Hard to Refuse in front. Second, the outside Badil Romance. A length and a half away, third, Sail of the Secret. Rock Ribbed is in fourth, and fifth, the outside is Space Tracker. Ivan's Hero third last, and further back to Atlantic Ocean, and Waireri Falls a length and a half away. So Too Hard to Refuse in front, second. Badil Romance at the 450. Easing out there is Sail of the Secret wider, followed by Rock Rib nearer the rail. Further back to Space Tracker. The inside is further back is Ivan's Hero. Towards the outside is Atlantic Ocean. 300 metres left to run. Too Hard to Refuse in front. Badil Romance is struggling. Coming through strongly as Ivan's Hero. Down the outside, Space Tracker. The inside is coming through now. Rock Ribbed. Rock Ribbed, Ivan's Hero. Rock Ribbed, Ivan's Hero are the two. They hit the line on a bobbing fight over Rock Ribbed. Rock Ribbed is one narrowly from Ivan's Hero. Third is either Space Tracker or Waireri Falls good late. Too Hard to Refuse. Followed further back by Atlantic Ocean, Badil Romance, and Sail of the Secret has pulled up at the tail.
We're waiting for the official numbers, but Rock Ribbed has given Tony Gollan Stable another winner today. Ivan's Hero was very good there. Space Tracker third, and then Waireri Falls running on from back in the field. So we're just waiting to confirm the numbers here, and Ryan Maloney on Rock Ribbed. He's been able to give him a lovely ride third the fence. There was a little bit more tempo on early there. So Rock Ribbed was able to get a lovely trail from the gate, and he bounced back from that rocky Newmarket, and he's won by about a head. Ivan's Hero was good. Space Tracker, he had his chance to come through. He was wanting to be closer, but there were 3 underneath him, so Jag sort of took him back. He was able to slot in. He had his chance in the middle there. He sort of just held on for that third spot, and then Waireri Falls running on wide out on the track. Now, Too Hard to Refuse ended up being the leader there and weakening right out of it. But Rock Rib giving the stable a big day, Bernie. So high fives all around for the Gollan team.
Absolutely, Maxie. It is what we've become accustomed to. We kind of expect it. But they certainly did produce, or have produced, a nice card of horses here today. This chap's just so well placed here in Queensland, isn't he? When you look at his sort of record and his former form from Victoria, he's settled in nicely, and it's a great time of year for him as well, given that we're just post-carnival, you know, for these sort of second-tier city-grade horses, or not carnival horses, but yeah, it's a great time of year for them to make money for their owners, isn't it, Cav?
Yeah, it's just the right time. He's a lovely horse. He came to us from Victoria. Had his few little issues with a few little odds and ends with him, but he seemed to have got over them. I was a bit worried halfway down the straight when he couldn't get out, but just the gap opened far enough for him to put that big head of his in there, and he done the rest himself.
He's a big rangy guy.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and the boys at home do a good job riding him work, because he's got that big hammer head, and when he locks on, he locks on.
Does he? Likes to pull a little. Is this sort of a pet trip for him, do you think?
Yeah, this is probably as far as he could go. He went to Rocky the other day for the Newmarket and got caught wide, no fault of the rider, but he's come back here trip to Rockies toughened him up a bit, and a good win.
That's what it does. All right, that's it for race number 8 here. All right, Ryan Maloney's got a double under his cap here today. Tell us about this fellow.
Oh, look, Bernie, he looked his really race on paper. Obviously, there's a ton of scratchings. He drew well. He did no luck the other day. He's very consistent and honest, and he just probably his only chink in his arm is he just can overdo it, and I wasn't able to get myself out of a pocket coming to the 600 because he was just travelling too well. So I ended up in a sticky position, but he's, like I said, he's so consistent and honest, and as soon as he got half a run, he's just bulked his way in there. And the second horse had got a margin on me and had the momentum, so to pull it back and win, it was a really good effort.
Yeah, he showed really good desire. He wanted it. He takes his racing seriously.
Yeah, he does. He's been very well placed since he's been up here, so obviously had good form in down south as well, so he'll always look well placed up here, so it's just good to see him get the job done.
Indeed, well done.
Thank you.
In the last to make it a 4-timer for the stables. Arastro was good early today, run down late.
Wasn't he great?
Flemington, yeah.
A little bit keen in that sort of, half mile, 1,000-metre mark.
Milestone Queen out wide, Manhood. Third is F Troop. Fourth Plundering. Fifth is Ma Baby. Sixth the inside Pizarro. Seventh is Safe Working. Going forward, Sweet Margot May. Drifting a long way back, Caruto. Likewise, the inside, Viminelli. Last of all is further back now, Defiant Spirit. So the leader as they swing down the side is My Snow Queen. Second is F Troop, and 2 lengths away, third Manhood. Fourth, the outside, Plundering. And they're clear from Ma Baby. The inside is Pizarro. A length and a half to Sweet Margot May. Safe Work. Viminelli, third last on the inside as they approach the home turn. 500 metres left to run. Wider out Carudo and Defiant Spirit a length and a half away. My Snow Queen just in front, looming up the outside is F Troop, and 2 lengths away third Manhood. The outside Plundering, running home down the outside is Ma Baby. Further back to Sweet Margot May, just in front the inside My Snow Queen, trying hard as F Troop. Down the outside Manhood. My Snow Queen in front, lifting Manhood, but My Snow Queen has won from Manhood. A blanket go third. Safe Work got through. Defiant Spirit Plundering wider. F Troop tied late, followed by Viminelli, and then Ma Baby back behind those Sweet Margot May, Pizarro and Carudo.
18-6 and a photo in the last race. My Snow Queen converting those seconds into a win. Led at a good gallop and she kept on going. Manhood gets that second spot. Apologise with the start there. Not sure what was happening with Sir Warwick.
We were waiting for him to load.
Yeah.
There was no word that he had been scratched.
Yeah.
So even the camera boy, everybody's waiting for him to be loaded. So our apologies.
So he's been obviously a scratching, folks. You were on Sir Warwick. Let's have a look at the concluding stages here and have a look at who finishes third. F Troop was sort of chasing My Snow Queen. He might be in that photo. We've got Safe Work towards the inside. Defiant Spirit's there.
Defiant Spirit was quite unlucky. He went for a very tight run inside Safe Work and he was sort of jammed up. You can see him there going into the fence.
Yeah.
My Snow Queen, Maxie, she's had a wonderful winter. She's been so consistent, even winning on one of the feature days. Might have been Doomben 10,000 Day, was it?
Yeah, and she was only just touched off on a bit unlucky there at the sunny coast. So, she's been great for her connections, and well done to Talia Fenlon as well.
All right.